For many businesses, whether you're online or offline, video is becoming more important every single year. In fact, every single year, video usage and consumption is going up at a staggering rate. Whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook video, the usage keeps going up. And at Thrive Themes, we're staying well ahead of the curve. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 use cases for our brand new feature we just added to Thrive Architect, floating video. Here we go. This is Colin from Thrive Themes, back with another tutorial video, and we're gonna dive right into use case number 1, which is gonna be on your sales pages. So right here, I have one of the Bright Smart landing pages loaded up from Thrive Architect, and this could apply to any of the pages you have using Thrive Architect. So it doesn't have to be one of our templates, but I'm using one of the smart landing page technology ones. So in here, in order to use the feature for the floating video, you obviously have to have a video embedded somewhere. And for this one, it's gonna be a sales video approach. So let's picture this for a second. This would be a sales page for an online course. And below it, it has a lot of supporting copy, as you can see. But the main goal of this is the sales video at the top. This is how we sell all of our products at Thrive Themes, whether it's Architect, Leads, or any of them. We have a sales video that's the main centerpiece of the sales page. And for this one, that's how we're gonna treat this. Now, the first thing you need to do is obviously add a video if you don't have one, but we already have one here. I'm gonna select it, and the video player and the video options under main options here are gonna remain the same. You're going to have YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, an externally hosted video. This would be one that's hosted on your server, and you also could be like Amazon AWS or something like that, or you could upload it directly to maybe your hosting, WPX, or whoever you're using, or VuePlayer, which is one of our newest integrations back a little bit ago. Once we have these selected, we're just gonna go with YouTube. You put your URL in, obviously, and for this, the video style doesn't matter. But what we have here, this is new, the sticky float on scroll. So if you turn this off, obviously it's not gonna show, but we're gonna toggle it on. And we have a couple different options here. So the float position, we can have in the left, the right, bottom left, bottom right, or the original is gonna be just slightly over to the left or the right. It's not gonna be fully over, but just a little bit to the side. And you can make the size of the player different, whether it's, you can do it by pixels or percentage, and you can adjust the padding on the top and this to the left or the right, depending on what it is. So we're gonna preview this right now. And the best way for you to preview this is by hitting the view float in preview mode. So the video looks normal here, but as we scroll down, you're gonna see right there. So it's gonna go right over to the top left, and it's gonna be the same embed. So here's where we can start tweaking it around. Right now it's 300 pixels, let's make it 600 so it's obvious. A little too big, but you get the point. So you can make it anything in between. Let's go back to 300 here, and then we can adjust the padding. So padding here, maybe I want it a little bit off, a little more, so I could do 50. Just give it a little more breathing room here. And by default, I just wanna make sure you're very clear of this. By default, it's not going to be on the smallest mobile device. Tablets, it's on for default, but not for the smaller cell phones and things like that. If we take a look at this, so having a floating video on a smartphone, some very large media sites like CNN and a few other ones do this, but honestly, the readability is horrible and I wouldn't recommend it. For conversion focus, this is not what you wanna have. So I would like to just have it turned off, and it just takes up too much of the screen, scrolling up. You could try it, but I wouldn't recommend it. So by default, it's not on, so we'll turn that back off here, and we will navigate back to the desktop. A couple more things I wanna point out here. If you move it to the right, it's automatically going to move over when you scroll down. There it is. And let's just show you what it looks like on the left. And last but not least, the right here. You get the point. And the use case for this is really important is if you have a really long form sales page, let's say it's 10,000 plus words and it's a really long one, you don't want to put all this work into the sales video, and the only place they can see it is at the very top. You want to make sure this video goes down and they have a chance to view it and click on it. The last things I want to look at here are the advanced settings. So we have a few ones here. We have autoplay, which you can turn on. I don't recommend this because if someone goes to your sales page, the autoplay is going to be on for this video and the scroll. A little bit annoying. You can play with it, but I personally wouldn't do that. So you have the autoplay option. You can hide the logo, which is going to be another setting as well. You can also hide the controls, which would be the play button. So as you scroll down and you view this video, you're not going to be able to see the play on YouTube, Wistia, or any of those features as well. And the same with the volume. You can't adjust the playback speed to speed it up. That's what those are doing. And the optimize related, this is a YouTube only feature. This is gonna show the related videos at the bottom. And the last two quick features of the advanced are the hide full screen. So they have the ability to hide the full screen, whether they make it blow up or they just keep it watching in a little picture-in-picture window. And you can choose the thumbnail. So with YouTube, it's gonna by default use your thumbnail you're using. But if you're using Wistia or AWS or you're uploaded to the server manually, I would highly recommend you upload a good looking thumbnail that's gonna catch their eye to get them to press play. Those are all the main features. And the last tiny little feature we have built in is you can enable the close button. So it's hard to see in this because of the color, but as you scroll down, there is going to be a close button right there, and we can turn that off. So if you wanted to be able to go out of the way of the viewer, they can just press the X and they can get back to reading the sales page. Let's take a look at use case number 2, which is going to be using the floating video feature within your blog post. This is great if you're doing video blog posts. In fact, we do a lot of these in the Thrive Themes blog. If you've noticed, we have the video embed at top and we have the text content supporting the video above. This is great if the video content is the main pillar of the post. Let me repeat that. If it's just a random embedded video to go along with the content to help it, like halfway down, you may not want to use this feature. That doesn't make a lot of sense if you think about it. But if the video is the main focal point, you can see this on thrivethemes.com, on Active Growth for Shane's site, very often the video is the focal point. So that's where you'd want to have it. So when someone's scrolling down, the text is really just supporting the video above. And that's what we're gonna have here. So imagine we just have some Lorem Ipsum text, but imagine the video is the focal point. In order to do this, we're going to be in Thrive Architect. So we're not in Thrive Theme Builder right now, we're in the standard Thrive Architect. And how we know that is because you can see right here the architect. But if I go to edit this here, this is part of the theme. It's gonna automatically notify me to edit the current template, switch to Thrive Theme Builder. So this is how we for sure know we're an architect, and I access this page via the post in my WordPress admin. So just want to clarify that before I went any further. And what we're going to do here is add in the video element. So add element tab. I'm going to just search for it here, video, and I'm going to drag it where I want it. So we're going to put it above the text. So here we have some options. Same as before, we can choose Vimeo, Wistia, YouTube, whatever. We're going to go with YouTube. So I'm going to have a video here. Okay, so I just inserted the video here. And it's going to obviously show you here, once you press enter, when you enter the URL, it's going to show you that it's a valid URL, that it's working. And the embed will obviously show up as well. So here it's going to be the same. You can have the same features. When you have the sticky on scroll, you have the ability to preview it here, which I'm going to enable. You can have the close button on or off. By default, it's not going to be on mobile. And we have the exact same features. So I want to show you a couple of things just to make sure you understand. This is very important that it does not get in the way of the content. The video is the focal point, but if someone's scrolling down, they're trying to read the content. So I wouldn't recommend going above 300 pixels, but any smaller than that, it's almost like they're squinting to see the video player. So I would just leave it as is. And here you can just play with the couple things in the advanced feature. If you want to, have it be autoplay, it's up to you. The logos, the controls, all that kind of stuff, that's where you can start playing with the settings. And other than that, it's going to look pretty good. So here we have it on the left side, and I'm gonna do this one just to put it in a different place so you can see. We'll do bottom left, and I'm going to be done here. And let's take a look at this one on the front end. Here we are on the front end of this post, and as we scroll down, we see the video we have embedded here. So you can be having it play right here, and all we have to do is scroll down a little bit, and you'll see it jump down to the bottom left. For blog posts, I personally love bottom left and bottom right. Advice here. If you have call to actions on your sidebar on the right-hand side, you want to make sure that you're not getting in the way of your call to actions. So put it in the place that makes the most sense. Here, top left got in the way of the social share. Not really ideal. It's a little bit cluttered and just putting too much in one spot on the screen. Put it in the bottom left in this case. Video keeps playing and they can read along, watch the video. It's an incredible feature to add to your blog post. And this is not just a good feature for your sales pages like I had earlier, but your blog post is a great place to use the floating video. And like any other features within Thrive Architect, they are conversion focused, and adding videos to your sales pages, your landing pages, or anything else is always gonna help drive conversions because it's gonna help build the connection with your audience. And floating video just makes that even better. So if you're brand new to Thrive Themes, I encourage you to check out Thrive Architect by going to thrivethemes.com/architect and learning more about the product. It is one of the top sales page building tools and can help you build incredible looking blog posts without the effort of having custom code and all this stuff happening. So again, thanks for watching this video, and I'd love you to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for many more releases. In fact, every 3 weeks, we update Thrive Architect. Some releases are small and some have tons of updates and cool features like this floating video here. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel, our email list, and our blog to know when those go live. As always, leave a comment below this video. I'm gonna read them all, reply to them, and I wanna know what you guys wanna see. I'm gonna be looking through for new content ideas, so please leave a comment. Until next time, thanks for watching.